Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Monday, November 13th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. I learned this form of puja many years ago from Dr. Pillai, and I'm very happy to be sharing it with all of you. Dr. Pillai has said the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with each of them. In doing the puja, we are connecting with these light beings and inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and also into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I have with me, I have a bowl of water, a bell, a tangerine, a lit tea light, an incense stick, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. I've drawn the chart in chalk on a little blackboard that's laying flat on a side table here. To start, I take some of the water, I sprinkle drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to symbolically purify the space for where the puja will happen. I put a few drops of water right now on top of my own head, and I send a few drops of water out into space, symbolically towards all of you, so that whether you're watching it live or later on a replay, everyone is purified going into the puja. We start with invoking Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and I ask him to remove obstacles in the lives of all the participants in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of our lives. I ask him to remove obstacles for all of us now and always, and I thank him for his help with this. Now, we do a short Tamil chant asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Yanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. We start with honoring, just a moment, please. We start with honoring the time elements or the time Shaktis that are active in my local area. We start with the planet that rules the day. Today is Monday, ruled by the moon. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Dr. Pillai also associates Rahu with Monday, so I put flower petals on Rahu as well. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we turn our attention to the star that the moon is in at the moment. Right now, the moon is in a star called Vishaka, a star that gives blessings of victory. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. The moment in my area, we are in the first waxing moon called Pratipat in Sanskrit. This is the first waxing moon after the new moon of Diwali. So this is the start of the 6 days of Skanda Shasti, the 6 days of honoring Muruga. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet ruling the hour. In my local area, this is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now we acknowledge the yoga and the karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Shobhana, which has energies that are gorgeous. Shobhana, Shobhana, Shobhana. And the karana that's active right now is one called Kimstugna, which has energies that can be destructive. So this could be possibly a good time to do things like maybe prune some plants in the garden, things that you need to cut back or get rid of type of thing. Kimstugna, Kimstugna, Kimstugna. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. We start by looking at the sign that is the ascendant, represented here with the letters AC. This is in the sign of Vrishika, or Scorpio, the sign coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. Scorpio is ruled by Mars. We start with honoring the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture to his importance at the moment. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now, starting in Scorpio, we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction, stopping in each sign that has one or more planets in it. Today in Scorpio is Mercury. We honor Mercury, and I put flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Mercury is in a star called Anuradha, a star of prosperity and friendship. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Just a second, excuse me. Next, we honor the archetype that rules Anuradha's star, which is Mitra, a form of the sun associated with tolerance and friendship. The friend gives his light, the sun gives his light away freely to everyone, whether you're a king or a beggar or a sinner or a saint. If you step outside, everyone gets the same amount of sunlight. That's how universal the sun is in accepting everyone. I put the flower petals on the Mercury. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Mitraye Namaha. Anuradha's star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. A number associated with Saturn is 8. Last night, we did for Manifest with Fire, a fire lab for 8 forms of Lakshmi. And Saturn is a planet that gives blessings for patience. And Lakshmi is a goddess of beauty. And one of my earlier teachers said one time, people who are really beautiful have practiced patience in earlier incarnations. So there is a thread there of connection between Saturn and Lakshmi in a positive way. Anuradha's star is her birth star. So those things occurred to me as we were doing this. We pause for a moment and we reflect on Vrishika or Scorpio, the most occult of all of the zodiac signs, today containing Mercury, planet of communication and business, and planet that helps with our sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto. I put flower petals on Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 light beings who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Uttarashada star, which is the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, planet of rationality and science. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that gives blessings for prosperity, music, good reputation. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. The Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. We ask for blessings from all 8 of them, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, planet of patience, compassion, structure, and perseverance. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Neptune, who is retrograde and extra powerful, and Rahu. I start with honoring Neptune and put flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that Dr. Pillai says can give blessings to help us towards enlightenment, charity, purification. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada's star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada's star is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor Rahu for being in Pisces. I put flower petals on him. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Rahu is in a star called Revati, a star that can give blessings for wealth and for travel. Om Revatye Namaha. Om Revatye Namaha. Om Revatye Namaha. Revati's star is ruled by Pushan, divine archetype who takes care of the cows of the gods. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Pushanye Namaha. Om Pushanye Namaha. Om Pushanye Namaha. Revati's star is ruled by Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, the most transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that can help with our intuition and with understanding our own inner life. And Rahu, planet that can help us to think outside the box, and a planet that can help us to make friends with new technologies. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Misha, or Aries, which today contains Jupiter, who is retrograde and extra powerful, and Uranus, who is also retrograde and extra powerful. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Bharani, a star that has a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti, or power. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor Uranus for being in Aries. Again, he is retrograde, extra powerful. I put flower petals on him. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Uranus is in a star called Kritika, a star that gives blessings for truth. I put flower petals on Uranus. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Kritika's star is ruled by Agni, archetype associated with the fire element. Om Agniye Namaha. Om Agniye Namaha. Om Agniye Namaha. Kritika's star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Jupiter, planet that helps with spirituality and also can help with expansion of wealth and can help with everything related to banking or legal matters. And Uranus, a planet that can help give creative abilities, higher intelligence, and astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Kanya, or Virgo, which today contains Venus and also Ketu. We start with honoring Venus, and I put flower petals on him. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Hasta, a star symbolized as an open hand in blessing, a star that can help us to be productive and industrious. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Hastaye Namaha. Om Hastaye Namaha. Om Hastaye Namaha. Hasta star is ruled by Savitur, a form of the sun that helps with truth. Om Saviturye Namaha. Om Saviturye Namaha. Om Saviturye Namaha. Hasta star is ruled by the moon. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor Ketu for being in Virgo. I put flower petals on him. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Chitra, a star that can give blessings for creativity and craftsmanship. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Chitra star is ruled by Tvashtar, archetype who is a divine master craftsman. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Chitra star is ruled by Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Virgo, which is Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kanya, or Virgo, the most analytical, the most detail-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Venus, planet of diplomacy, love, beauty, joy, planet that helps us to enjoy material plane comforts and the arts. And Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet, gives us longing for liberation. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula, or Libra, which today contains the Sun, Mars, and Moon. All three of them are in the same star, so we're going to honor all three of them before we invoke the star. I start with the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Mars for being in Libra. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Next, we honor the moon for being in Libra. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The sun, Mars, and the moon are all in a star called Vishaka, a star that can give blessings for victory, for triumph, for success. I put the flower petals across all three of them, the sun, Mars, and moon. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Vishaka star is ruled by a pair of archetypes, Indra and Agni. Indra can give blessings for power, and Agni can give blessings for purity. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Vishaka star is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula, or Libra, a zodiac sign that can give blessings for balance, fairness, harmony. Today, containing the sun, which is our soul, and a planet important for our health and our self-esteem, and Mars, planet of courage and willpower, planet that is both a healer and a protector, and the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light. I hold it in my right hand above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all these divine beings we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element and also a sweet fragrance. And I circle this around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now, I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Now, I take a tangerine, a small fruit, representing the earth element, and I circle this around the chart 3 times. And later in the day, I will eat that tangerine as a piece of prasad, or blessed food. Right now, I make prayer hands, and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of each of us, and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and support in this little prayer circle. Again, today is the first day of Skanda Shasti, a 6-day festival in which Muruga's energy is very abundant. Muruga can give blessings for protection, for health, for dissolving debts, for wisdom. He can give blessings in many, many areas. So thank you for being here, checking the chat to see if there are any questions. Not seeing any today. So I'm going to go ahead and close out and let you get about your day. Again, thank you to those of you that click on the like button and subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel to grow. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in each of you. May light encompass all. Wishing you a fabulous week.